Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of my podcast, Explore and Engage with Anam. The City Council in Chicago voted yesterday. The council voted to approve a sum of $51 million in funds to help a certain group of people. That decision was made yesterday. So the council allocated $51 million. That's a huge sum of money. And the money would be used to help a certain group of people. Now the question is, well, there are actually a few questions. Did the City Council approve this huge sum of $51 million to help Americans who are homeless in the Chicago area? And the answer is no. Did the City Council in Chicago approve the funds to help those low-income American citizens who are at risk of homelessness? That's the next question. And the answer is no. Let me move on to the next question now. Did the City Council in Chicago approve the funds to help American children in the Chicago area who are struggling in poverty? The answer is no. Next question. Did the City Council approve the funds to help Americans with disabilities? The answer is no. Did the City Council in Chicago allocate a sum of $51 million to help Americans who cannot afford healthcare services? The answer is no. Did the City Council approve the funds to help American veterans who are either homeless or at risk of homelessness? The answer is no. Now the next question is, then who did the City Council in Chicago approve the massive sum of $51 million for? The answer, my friends, is that the City Council in Chicago approved this huge sum of $51 million to help foreign nationals who crossed the southern border to enter the United States. The City of Chicago wants to use the funds to provide housing and basic services to the migrants in the Chicago area. 51 million US dollars. Just imagine what a huge sum that is. $51 million, American taxpayer dollars. And this is going to be allocated, this has been allocated, according to the vote yesterday, $51 million allocated to help foreign nationals who cross the southern border, the migrants. $51 million for the asylum seekers. So what about low-income American citizens who are at risk of homelessness? What about American children struggling in poverty in the Chicago area? What about Americans with disabilities in the Chicago area? What about low-income Americans who cannot afford healthcare services? What about American veterans who are either homeless or at risk of homelessness? Are they going to get a share of this $51 million? This money is going to help the migrants, to provide housing and basic services to the migrants. American taxpayer money going to help foreign nationals in the city of Chicago. My friends, 34 city council members in Chicago voted to approve the plan. 34. And 13 voted against it. These are local elected officials. Local elected officials in the city of Chicago. These city council members are people who were elected to represent the residents of Chicago. And they prioritized, 34 of them prioritized foreign nationals. They prioritized migrants over American citizens. That's the city of Chicago. This is happening in the city of Chicago, my friends. And guess what? $51 million, that's a huge sum of money. But how long is it going to last? This fund, this sum of $51 million that the city of Chicago allocated for the migrants, this is expected to last through June 30th. I am recording this podcast episode on June 1st, and the city council voted on this plan on May 31st. That was yesterday. So here we are on June 1st, and reportedly this $51 million, this sum is expected to last through June 30th. So just for a month. Just for 1 month, a sum of $51 million will be spent to help the migrants. My friends, I don't think I have anything more to add in this episode. I am very curious to hear your thoughts and comments on this decision that the city council made. 34 city council members voted to approve the plan. 13 voted against it. And so connect with me. Let me know your thoughts. Go to tawsifanam.net. That's my website. You can check out my blog. You can check out my published opinions. You will find more information about my published opinions on my website. You can also send me a message. You can connect with me on social media. Please let me know your thoughts on this decision that the city council in Chicago made. The decision of approving $51 million for migrants. That the fund that is reportedly going to last only for a month through June 30th. So I want to thank you all for continuing to listen to my podcast, and I hope to be back again with a new episode very soon. Thank you.